special guest, Mr. Jose himself. What's up, bro? How you doing today, man? How you doing?
I'm alive, yo. It's technically the first day of training camp, so I'm happy, I'm motivated, I'm trying my best to remember this feeling before I really get into like the depths of the training camps where I'm like, oh, I can't wait till this is over, you know? So for people who don't fight
Yeah.
MMA or box or do combative sports, when you're in a training camp, it's like a roller coaster. I don't know if you've ever been to Six Flags or Universal or whatever the case may be. It's like roller coaster, you wait for like
hmm
an hour and you're there and you're like, man, this looks dope. I can't wait to do it. Then you get closer and you're like, man, this is a little bigger than I thought. Damn, it's hot out here. And then you get a little
Yeah.
closer, you're like, damn, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. And then you're like, you strap in, you're in the ride, and you're like, man, I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is the dumbest idea I've ever thought of. And then you get to the top and it's already too late. And you're like, whoa, man, let's just see how this goes. And you go down, it's the scariest thing. And then after you just start enjoying the ride, and then once you get off, you're like, I can't wait to do it again. And then the whole cycle repeats, you know? So it's like, I'm
Yeah.
excited, then I'm like, man, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. Then you do it, and you're like, that wasn't that bad. I want to do it again. So it's a crazy life cycle.
I could only imagine, bro. Like, so how long are your
Yeah.
camps, like, typically? Like, before you get into, like, your fight? If are you 9 weeks out typically, or how does that work?
It all depends. My last fight, which is crazy, I received it a month before the event. And I mean, when I was in the UFC, my UFC debut was a 9 day notice, and I cut 26 pounds in 9 days.
9 days?
For this fight, and given this, when I fought in the UFC, it was in 2016, so almost 10 years ago.
Right.
I now fought for
Mhm.
Ryzen in Japan, and given a whole long flight, 18 hours to get there, stuff like that. They called me a month out,
Yeah.
and I'm naturally bigger. It's like, I feel like Rocky Balboa. It's like the last thing that goes is your power.
Mm.
So I've gotten thicker throughout the years. So instead of weighing maybe at the time I weighed like 150 ish naturally, now I weigh 165 naturally, and I'm still fighting the same weight class. So I fight 125.
Mm.
So when they called me a month out, they're like, "Hey, can you make?" That
Wow.
was the first question. They're like, "Hey, do you want to fight this card?" I was like, "Yeah." Can you make this weight? And I'm like, "Well, I mean, I can. I don't want to, but it's a great opportunity."
Yeah.
And even though it technically didn't go my way, and partially because of the weight cut, I cut 40 pounds in 1 month.
hmm
So think about that. I'm a 125. I'm a small dude. I'm 5'4". I'm not big. I cut 40 pounds in 30 days. And when I landed in Japan, we left, I was 20 pounds over. And usually, weight cut week, I do a water load. I'll cut about, 20 pounds, give or take. And man,
Yeah.
my body held water. And when I landed in Japan, I was actually 30 pounds overweight. So when I got there, I was like, all
Damn.
right, let me put on my sauna top. It's night. It's for people who don't know, Japan is like Puerto Rico in the summer. It's super hot. It's super humid. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Oh yeah.
Miami or Florida. Like you walk around, you're gonna sweat. So they have UV
hmm
advisories, all that stuff. So for me, I put on my sauna top, ran outside, and I think me training outside in the summer in Japan was the only reason I made weight. I thought I was gonna end up in the hospital, and my legs were dead during the fight, but I made weight. I gained a lot of respect, and I lost to the number one guy in the bracket in a fight that literally people thought I
hmm
won, and that's why they're gonna have me back hopefully soon. But they're just like, yeah,
Okay.
man, we
Okay.
thought you won, and you did this in a crazy weight cut, so we know you weren't 100%. I'm like, you know what, man? I appreciate that. Thank you. Like, because the US, there's always this excuse, that excuse.
That's
Right.
Japan's like,
respect.
dude, we get it. So I'm like, I appreciate that. I even didn't say it. Thank you. Thank you.
That was
Arigato
Yeah.
gozaimasu.
and you took two of my questions, so I was gonna ask you about that 30 day that 7 day weight cut, and I know
Mhm.
looking at Instagram, bro, that's 30 pounds. That is 30 fucking pounds. So like,
Well,
and I know
you
that
gotta
probably
think about it. I'm
affected your
I'm
fight.
small.
Yeah.
Okay. So what people don't know is, for people who haven't been to Japan, just like any place, some roads are a little uphill, some roads are downhill, some
Hmm.
roads are straight. And Japan is very, I
hmm
wouldn't say mountainy, but there's a lot of uphill, downhill. And so I was like, let me take advantage of it. When I run uphill, and given dude, you could walk next to me and keep the same pace as how I was jogging, because I was like, oh, I got the sauna top on. Let me just move. That's all I got to do. It's hot, it's humid. The sauna top's gonna do all the work.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
have to move. And real quick story. So the last day, I calculate everything. I'm like an evil scientist. I'm like I write down everything, all my notes from the last training camp. Where was I? Am I in the same spot? Am I lower? Am I higher from that last weight cut?
Oh no.
And I was technically ahead of schedule, but because I cut more weight in smaller time, my body, in a sense, was already like, "Cool, we did it." And I'm like, "Dude, we got one more workout. Like, come on, body. Like, that's I got one more workout, and that's it." And
Yeah, yeah.
my team was like, "All right, cool. We're gonna put on the sauna top. We're gonna put on the sauna bottom." I don't like doing the sauna bottoms because it burns out my legs a little faster.
Hmm.
But I was like, you know, it's the last workout. Let me try it.
Okay.
And my coach was like, "Hey, I'm gonna run with you just in case because you know it's your last weight cut. I want you to be safe, and I know you're competitive,
Right.
but like just don't even think I'm here. I'm just here to watch you." I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever." And
Right.
I'm gonna say this in kilometers. So I ran 8 kilometers, which is 5 miles. And so 4 kilometers would be 2.5 miles,
Yes.
give or take. So I'm running this and I get maybe a kilometer in. And I'm like, man, my legs are burning up. Like literally my legs are the only thing burning and I still haven't started sweating yet. And I'm like, I'm only like 5 pounds over, which for me, like a one workout, I'm good. And it was hot. So I'm like, okay, I'm sweating well, whatever, but I haven't started sweating yet. Then I get to 2 kilometers and my legs overheat. I was like, dude, I need to take these off. And for me, I usually wear like compression pants or like leggings under
Yeah.
Hmm.
to catch all the sweat. So I'm like, hey, I gotta stop. I gotta take my pants off, and then I'm gonna do like the quarterback, you know, like a towel like in the front. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna just wrap them up, put them in the towel in the front, and I was like, we're gonna keep on
Yeah.
going. We're gonna run the Tokyo Tower, which is 4 kilometers, and we're gonna run it back. And so we get there, and I'm just like you
Mm.
can tell, like I'm struggling, you know. But I'm like, all right, man, let's just got 4 kilometers, and that's it, you know. And then I got to do a hot bath, and I should be good. Turn around, start running back, and maybe a kilometer in, I noticed, and I just kind of noticed when I was there, going to Tokyo Tower for the most part was downhill. So that means I got to run back majority uphill,
Hmm.
even if it's the smallest little incline. Like your body feels it when you're dying. And so I get back, and I'm like, okay, like just move. I had to stop a couple times, walk. I'm like, okay, just gotta keep moving. And it's super humid. So no matter, even at night, like I was
Yeah.
sweating. Even walking, I was sweating. Like that's how hot it was. So I'm like, okay, just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I'm sweating
Yeah.
now, everything's going. And dude, I ran into this one street and it was just all uphill. And I remember looking at it like, all right, I'm just gonna keep my head down, not even pay attention to the hill. I'm just gonna just move as best as I could. And I remember
Get it
my
done.
legs, my quads were hurting. Like maybe 2 weeks before the trip, just because I was running. I run about 30 miles a week just for
Good
my weight
lord.
cuts. So I'm tired, you know. Plus the
Damn.
practices, the kicks, all that stuff, wrestling. I'm exhausted. And I'm doing
Right.
this crazy weight cut,
Right.
Right.
and so I'm trying to run this hill, and my legs kept giving out on me, and it literally just kept falling. And my coach was like, "You okay?" I was
Huh.
just like, I'm trying to get up, but like I'm getting up, and then I'm like, all right, all I gotta do, fuck it, I'll just walk the hill. Like I'll just grab onto whatever and walk the hill. If I have to bear crawl, I'll do it. And my
Yeah.
legs kept on giving out, and I'm like, I remember looking at my coach and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna have to call an Uber just to make it back, and then I can do the hot bath and do whatever to make weight because I'm sweating well. And he goes, no, you told me
Yeah.
that you wanted to make this weight, so no. And I'm like, no offense,
Damn.
I'm not gonna say you're gonna have to carry me, but you're gonna have to hold on to me like this is a Saving Private Ryan movie, you know? Like, and I remember like we got
Right.
up and I was
Right.
like, all right, let's stop. Like my quads are hurting so bad. I remember just like grabbing them and leaning on for a little bit until the hill was over. And then once there was a couple other hills, but we walked back pretty much 3 kilometers back. So that was pretty much give or take around like a mile 0.75 back, and it literally we looked like a prom couple walking the entire way back because the whole time I'm like holding on to him, or like he has his arm like
Damn.
this, and my arms in there, and I'm just like dying. We passed a couple cops, and they're just like they look at me. I'm just like I'm dying, but I'm good. Then we make it
Is he
back.
okay?
Yeah, we make it back. I
Is
didn't
it?
decide to check my weight. I was like, let me just jump in the
Is he gonna
bath.
be all right?
The hot, yeah, I was like, let me just jump in the hot bath and then, I'll check my weight after. And I was like, fuck it, let me just do the longest bath I can possibly think of. I'll do 1 hour of a hot bath. people don't know how baths drain your body. So you
Mm-hmm.
sweat inside the bath. And so I'm there and I'm just like, super uncomfortable,
Yep.
fidgeting, all this stuff. And I like being alone. So I'm like, guys, leave me alone. I'm safe. I'm fine. And I get out of the hour from the bath, and I think I lost maybe half a kilo, which is pretty much a pound point one. So I'm like, dude, I was in hot
Right.
water for 1 hour and I only lost a pound, and I had one more pound to go. So I'm like, fuck, like I'm struggling mentally. I'm just like, man, I think I'm gonna end up in the hospital. Like I'm laying down, and I posted on my Twitter too, and in my Instagram, like you can tell how skinny I was. And so my coach was like, I'm gonna do it one more time, put Epsom salt in it, make it hotter, and then we're gonna put ice. Dude, it's for me, it's losing fat and then losing muscle. So no matter what, I have to lose muscle
Mm-hmm.
for every fight, sadly. But it's a process, man, and that's why I always tell
Yeah.
people, like when kids come up to me, they're like, "Dude, you inspire me. I want to be a fighter too." I was like, "Man, go to college, do something else. Don't be a fighter." If I had any other decision, I would not have been a fighter. It's just what my life brought to me.
I feel like it's a lonely. I mean, combat
Yeah.
sports. It's a lonely game, bro. It's a lonely game. It's only you. I mean, obviously you got a team with you, but you got to put the work in when people aren't looking.
Well, Well, I mean, even that, but like, so my life's a little bit different. So, for example, and I know you guys had Adrian Granados on here, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the homie.
So him and I relate,
Yeah.
we're from the same neighborhood, and we both had a friend named Ed Brown
Yeah.
that sadly, got shot and killed in Chicago and was, I believe, 19-0 or 20-0, about to make a Showtime debut, and he got
Killer.
shot four times around Christmas,
Killer.
and oh, he was amazing, dude. He
Yes.
would toy with me all the time. Like I still talk about him today. I'm like, man, this guy had the sickest body shots. Anyways, my dad had a story. My dad was a gang leader, and then he represented the gang, did all that stuff. And when I was a kid, he's like, "Hey, my middle name Angel." He goes, "Angel, when you graduate high school, I want you to leave. Like, if you can go to college in a different city, go to college in a different state, country, get the hell out of here because Chicago will kill you." And he kind of, I don't know if you remember that one Bruce Lee documentary movie where this guy plays Bruce Lee and then he goes back to China and they say don't ever go back to China because China will kill you, and then he ends up dying in China.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what my dad would tell me. He's
Yeah.
like, don't go
Yeah.
back to Chicago because your friends will kill you. Your friends are cool, but trust me, and especially with the gang mentality, he's like, nah, man, you're gonna get messed up.
Uh-huh.
And then years later, Ed Brown, that happened to him, and I was just like, damn, like he was right. So with that being said, once I turned
Yeah.
16, and given I was still going to school, I was living at other people's places. And when I went to college, I would sleep in my car in different places. I would stop hanging out with so many people. Went to college down by St.
Mm-hmm.
Louis, and then when I graduated, I never
Okay.
went back home. I went to San Diego. I went to Wisconsin. I lived in Texas, Florida, you know,
Everywhere
New
but.
Jersey. So many. I mean, now so many places. Now I lived overseas in Bahrain, and now I'm in Mexico City. Like my dad was
Oh
always
wow.
like, "Nah, man, don't. I love you, but don't come home. Like this is the sacrifice you need to make to be
Yo, do not
I
successful."
come back.
respect that.
And so
Yeah.
for me, when you
Yeah.
say combat sports is a lonely thing, like I literally just got off the phone with my girlfriend. She lives, in the States, and like she don't live in Chicago. So even after my fight, when I'm home, it's not like I'm going home to, my woman. It's like I'm going home to see my family, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm still
Yeah.
talking to people on the phone in a long distance relationship. And for me, we were like, oh, when
Right.
am I gonna see you? I was like, I guess whenever you come down to Mexico to visit me, because I have no clue.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
me, this sport only lasts so long, and I guess that's the privilege and benefit about being a guy is I could always have kids and a family whenever I want for the most part.
Right.
But this sport's only gonna last so long,
True.
so I might
True.
as well go all out while I still can. Hopefully, have someone to support me on the side, and if not, I mean, I'm still gonna do my thing and then go from there. But like you said, it is a
Yeah.
very very lonely sport.
Glass, you got anything?
Yeah.
Cause I got
When
I
you
got
go
a
over to
bunch.
Japan, I'm assuming.
What's
When you
up?
go over to Japan, one, do you just fight the Ryzen League? Do you hear me right now, or
Yeah,
is
yeah,
my
yeah.
mic kind of messed up?
We got you.
Okay. When you go over to Japan, is it you're like we were speaking on the loneliness part. Also, I'm actually going to be in Japan in a few weeks. Uh,
It's a
Me and my
beautiful
friends are
place.
going for a trip. Yeah, first time. I might have to ask you for some recommendations. But is it just you and your team, or do they just is it just you that goes over there and you have your team over there? Or is it how does it work out
I mean,
with
no, no,
that?
no. I mean, I flew them. I flew my team. My contract's a little bit different because some contracts only allow you to fly. yourself in the corner. The promotion pays for it. But for me, I'm
Okay,
lucky
okay.
enough to have a little bit of a different deal where I'm able to fly more than one corner, and have more than one hotel
Cool,
room. So I'm
cool.
happy with that. But it's a process, man. So I was lucky, and you got to
Yeah,
think about it for them too. I flew in, I think, 8 days before the fight. So for them, if they have other
yeah,
fighters or they own a gym or their way of making money is doing personals or running their gym or their family and this and that, it's like, hey, just let you know you're gonna be with me in Japan for 8 days, and then after, if it's cool with you, I mean, I can fly you back home immediately, but I would like to enjoy vacation with you guys as well. My team, I when I make a team, I don't like to pay people. I like it to be a family and help people. So like no matter what, I'm still
yeah,
gonna pay my people. I'm gonna pay my team, stuff like that. But I don't want people to come to me and be like, "Oh, you're Shorty Torres. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, you make this much money? Hell yeah, I want to help you." It's like da 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 da. I want you to help me
yeah.
before you know the things I get, and then I'm
Right.
gonna give you that stuff anyways.
More
It's like
organically, yeah. More
so, and
organically.
that's another reason why I left the States for the most part is in the States, it's very competitive, so it's like, I
Mm,
could be sparring with somebody and we're all, cool. And then literally maybe they pass me up to a certain level and they're like, all right, man, you either catch up to me or that's it. There's no hands helping. There's no, like, it's the land of opportunities, US. So we might be in the same weight class. So
yeah,
I'm going to just take your spot if that's the case. But here in Mexico
yeah,
or in different countries, you look at Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines, different countries, Lomachenko in Ukraine, they're all a team. But if one person makes it out, they're all trying to push him up, and they're like, "Yeah, man, we helped
right.
him." So it's a very very different thing. So here in Mexico, man, like they're not in it for the money, and when I pay them, they're like, "Damn, you make that much money?" I'm just like, I thought this is what you got paid. I mean, shit, give me that money back.
Yeah.
Like,
Let me get some of
it's like,
that.
oh, my bad. So definitely a
Yeah,
lot cheaper down here. But man, no, I try to take care of my people, and I take my
absolutely.
team everywhere. And I was like, hey man, after the fight, don't worry, it's still on me. Like if you want to buy stuff for your family, go ahead buy them, whatever. But the trip is on me, the
Yeah,
Airbnb, the flights, all that stuff. I'm gonna take care of my team because I want them to enjoy the same experiences that I'm gonna be able to enjoy too. Because dude, fighting can take you around the world, and yeah, I've been able to take a lot of people with me.
So, in
that's good. That's good.
I know you spent 8 days in Japan for your previous fight. Do you plan on maybe spending a little more time getting acclimated to, like, just the time zone and all that stuff, like next time, or you're gonna keep it around 8 days?
I don't know. That's the big thing is so the last fight, dude, I became super famous in Japan. Like super famous in Japan. It's
Hell yeah,
amazing. Like it's literally the opportunity I've been
hell
waiting
yeah.
for. Like even though I didn't win, it was one of those like, dude, I'm walking down the street and people are running to come see me. I don't know if you remember the show like Carmen San Diego or War in the World was Carmen San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would put a
absolutely.
trivia on
Yeah,
Twitter. I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna be at the Pokemon Center in Ginza between these hours. If you see me, you can ask for some stickers, a photo, an autograph. And literally, people would drive to come see me or take the train and start running. They're like, "Are you still in Ginza?" And I was like, I have videos on my phone of people running to come see me. I was like, "Oh, dude, this is dope!"
That's fire.
And they're just like,
that's
literally
great.
for a 2 minute, 3 minute conversation. I'm just like, "Oh, that's cool." So for me, I think
Yeah.
Ryzen, if I do fight September 28th or November 3rd, or even Ryzen again in general, they might even
Hmm.
want me to fly out earlier to do more promotional stuff, and I might, obviously, as a fighter, take full advantage of that because why not? It's a different fan base, and especially if you get
Yeah.
punched in the face, if you got no fans, then what the hell are you doing this for?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Right, right.
I mean, if
Build your
they're
brand. You're building a brand, man. Whether it be here or there, building a brand is important.
absolutely, absolutely.
Well, it's crazy, and this is again like I'm from Chicago, so and especially in the South Side, but I mean in general, Chicago, it's everyone wants to help you, but no one's gonna help you if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Like, yeah, everyone's like, "Yeah, man, we
Yeah, it's
got
like
you," and then you're like, "Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna take you up on it." Like, "Oh, I got stuff to do. See what happened was," and things come up, and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
but so for me, I have my foundation. I have all these things, and people back in Chicago or even just in the States sometimes will end up just taking, and then dip out, and you're like,
hmm,
and then obviously use my name to take advantage. But when I'm in Japan or different countries, like the amount of support I get it's like, man, dude, I walk out with the Chicago flag, and people are like, yeah, yeah, he's our boy, he's from Chicago, and then they just want to party with me, and that's it. They don't want to help me if they just want
That's
whatever
it.
I get, if that makes sense. But when I'm in Japan, they're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
wait,
absolutely.
I don't care if you want a lawsuit, you're so exciting. They do this, do that, and they just want to support. And I'm like, this is dope. I go to Bahrain or I go to Africa and Mauritius or different. I went to the Canary Islands for one of my
Mhm.
fights. Like the amount of support you get from
Oh wow.
different people is amazing. But then when you go to your own home, it's like they bet, oh no, no parade for me here. This is okay, all right. But a different
Yeah,
country
it's
that people
almost like
barely even know me help me.
people want to see you doing better, but not better than them. So if
Facts.
that will lead, with their help, will lead you to being better than at least where they're at. Essentially, not better as a person, you know what I mean, like better than where they're at in the standing. So it sounds good to say it, but if the cost is to you being, going further than where they're at, they're like, I don't know if I want to do that. States is kind of like crabs in the barrel with that. That's capitalism for you, though.
It's sad, bro.
Yeah,
Sad.
well, that's why I say it's laying the opportunity. If you're gonna take my opportunity, man, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to do whatever I can to steal it from you. And it's like, oh man, that kind of sucks. I thought we kind of
Or to
help
keep
each
it.
other. If I can do a helping hand, let me do a helping hand. But like, for example, like I have my foundation, right? And I sponsor a
Mm-hmm.
lot of kids, teens, and young adults to stay inside the gym and off the streets. And I sponsor good people. I don't sponsor good athletes. I try to sponsor good people. People who've paid it forward
Yeah.
in the gym, kids who are trying to help other kids, or young adults who had a gang life are now in the gym and are trying to change their life. Like, let me help people. So the crazy thing
Right.
is, like, I've helped a good amount of people, and I'll say all these things about the foundation. Everyone's like, man, that's such a dope cause. Yeah, man, I want to support that. No donations, no buying any of the gear. My gear's cheap. Like my gear's like the Yeezy website. Everything's $20, and I'm like, okay, well, you
$20.
said you wanted to, you said you wanted to help. Like, oh, okay, but dude, I get more support from Japan, from Mexico, from people that don't even have money, and they go and donate or buy gear for my foundation, and then I'm able to sponsor different kids
Mm-hmm.
from around the world, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy, So it's people, at least in the
Yeah.
States, for me, from what I've noticed, and it's not everybody, but from what I've noticed, like people just want the benefits, but they don't want to work for it,
Don't want to
So I'm
put in
like,
no
oh,
work.
like it's
Oh yeah.
just it's just a lot of talk. So that's why for me it's like, man, um I'm more. It's funny because I talk about this with my girl. Like I'm not a super affectionate or vocally affectionate guy,
Hmm.
verbally affectionate guy. I was
I was
like,
gonna
man,
say the
I'm more
same
of an
thing.
actions guy. I rather like I'm
Same.
quiet. I rather be actions, and hopefully you see my love and affection through the actions I do, compared to, baby, I love
Yeah.
you, this, that, and I can still be doing
And the
some,
quality
load
time
on shit, load on stuff in the background.
Big facts. Big
yeah.
facts.
No, I'm the same way with my uh, style of affection too. It's an acquired taste. It's good to find one that appreciates it, but it's an acquired taste
Hmm.
for sure.
100%.
I'll say that.
Jose, who's
So
who's
I'm glad you
mentored
got one.
who's mentored you kind of up to this point? Do you have anybody that you've kind of like learned from for the most part?
Man, it's crazy. Obviously, I've had my coach, Master Bob Shermer, pretty much my whole teenage to professional life. I lived with a coach named Dean Thomas, Trevor Whitman a little bit. Really, really high level guys. And just for me, I think during COVID was a really, really hard time in my life, to where, I took pieces from everybody, again, mixed martial arts, and kind of mentally try to forge myself to be a better man, because during COVID, I lost everything I ever wanted. Like I had a grasp of everything, and then it was just like it's gone. So for me, I was in the UFC, got released. I worked my whole career to get there, and then I was,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, mistreated. Like it was just one of those, like, oh, no, okay, like it's just me. Oh, okay, all right, I guess, my bad.
Yeah.
So like, it's just one of those things. Just like, you know what, you're fired. It's like I got here early. Like what did I do? So, that
Yeah. I
I
heard a
my
lot of
father
stories
passed
like that
away.
with UFC.
Dude, yeah, that my
Mm.
father passed away around the same time. Literally what I did the whole sport for, and then I was engaged at the
Mm-hmm.
time, and in a sense, like pushed away my best friend at that time. Where I'm just like, damn, maybe it is just me. Like, man, I need to work on myself. So COVID was a super,
Yeah.
super lonely time. So when I had all those mentors and I was taking little pieces of everything, it was one of those really, really like
Mhm.
really, really bad low times that ended up benefiting me because I was able to push through and take notes of myself, write journals, and really pay attention to a lot of things. So I've literally become almost the opposite of what I'm used to being. I feel more a lot like my dad. I'm a big extrovert when I want to be, but now I'm just like I'm gonna
Mhm.
go home. Like I'd rather just chill by myself, be the loner, and
Yeah,
do my things. And now, kind of opening up back to the world and having a team, and in a sense, learning to trust people again. Or I feel like a sheltered dog. Like, oh, you got food? I don't know.
yeah,
Like, and like, oh, like I still want to bite
yeah.
you.
You're right.
So it's just one of those where I'm like,
Right, right.
I'm a much better person than what I was. But like again, with the affection thing, dude, I used to be, I love you, this, that. No, I know I'm doing really, really dumb stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's what she meant when it comes to actions and not words. And then now I'm a little
Yeah,
bit
yep,
different, and my
yep.
girl's like, you don't do this. I'm like, what are you talking about? But I did all of this.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like you didn't
Hey,
notice it.
trust.
Yeah,
I get
so
it.
it's
I get
yeah. I'm about to hit some notes right here, but no, man,
facts.
it's
Man.
been a process, man. So for me, that's why I say like I've had a lot of like really crazy stuff happen in my life when it comes to my fights. Where I'm like, dude, I clearly won, and somehow
Mhm.
like Adrian Granados when he fought Broner, like he beat Broner, but obviously
Yeah,
boxing's boxing. That's how I feel in my career right now, where I'm like,
politics.
how? And it's just one of those that, you know what? It is
Politics.
what it is. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Let's just keep on going. And I still have a lot of time to work on this
Mhm.
career. And that's why I tell people, man, just it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. But work on what we have right now. It's how you react to stuff. And I'm going to fight again until I finally can't. And then I'll bitch about
Yeah,
it after when my career's over.
And I mean, bro,
100%. Yeah. Control what you can control.
facts. And you just gotta keep
That's what they
pushing.
say.
You gotta
Control
keep
what you
pushing,
can
bro. You can't let none of that shit discourage you at this point. And I'm sure you've done a great job of that. Great job of that. I mean, in like the UFC experience, bro. Like
control.
you literally, you won your first fight, second fight didn't go your way, but after that, bro, like I don't understand like how you don't get another opportunity after that. That shit don't make sense to
Well,
me. It's crazy.
Well, it's funny because I've talked to the matchmakers; they're just not interested. And maybe I pissed someone off, maybe I
Hmm.
said something wrong, but the fact is, you know, nothing I could do but just keep on pushing forward. Do I wish I had certain opportunities? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Am I jealous in a sense of other people? Yeah, because I'm like, man, I beat this dude up all the time, and then he's champion or he's this,
Yeah.
he's that. It's like it is what it is, and it's one of those things that I know this sounds weird and given I'm a big anime fan. There's a show called Vinland Saga on Netflix, and it's
Uh,
about a kid named Thorfinn, and he loses his father in the beginning of the show, and he becomes extremely, extremely vengeful. And it's only 2 seasons, and the whole first season, he's just in a sense trying to grow up and mature well enough so he can, in a sense, get his revenge back. But then at the end of the
uh,
season, his revenge, in a sense, gets taken away from him. So his purpose goes, and he's just like,
right.
I don't, I don't. I've been working
What
my whole
now?
life for this, and then what now? Like it literally just got taken away from me. And then the whole second season, it's not like he found Jesus, but it's just one of those like he doesn't want to fight anymore. He's just like,
Hmm.
you know what, man, I want to be a different, better person. So for me, when all this stuff happens, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I was so angry and vengeful and this, that. I'm like, man, at the end of the day, does it really matter? Nah. Like I'm still alive, I'm still healthy, I'm still well, I'm able to help people and hopefully help them achieve their goals. And if I
Yeah.
can, amazing. If I can't, I tried and just try to spread some positivity along the way and just see what happens from there. And
Yeah.
hopefully, with
Maybe
the
your
years I have
purpose.
left in my career, hopefully I end on top.
I think God
Yeah,
is
especially it sounds like maybe your purpose is becoming the biggest in Japan. And then, that's a good market to be. You might be
huge,
moving over there. You say you like anime. You might
Hu-
be that
What,
might be where your true calling and need to be
huge
it.
market, bro.
dude? It's funny because I wouldn't say I'm a sneakerhead, but I got a damn like closet full of shoes. So
Talk to me.
you go to
Talk to me.
you you go to Japan. Oh, okay. So they got Air. What was it got? World of Air, Air World. They got a Jordan store, just Jordans over there. And
Okay,
I
I'm gonna have
bought
to check
some.
it out when I'm over there.
I bought some custom dunks, which depending on the dunks you get, are like what 160 here in the states. Dude, in
Yeah, for sure.
Japan, they were like 105, $110, and they had one that was like a Jordan, so it was like red and white dunks. They had custom. They're like, "Oh, you want to
Yeah,
make it custom?" I'm like, yeah, black laces, put a little like cherry emblem on the side. I got my name in Japanese on
yeah,
the side of it. Dude, it was like 140
damn.
custom dunks. I was like,
What?
yeah, of course. See, there's one place that you just buy shoes, and I walked
Yeah,
away with like
I might need to bring a
three
second
pairs of
bag.
New Balances. All the, you go when you go to Japan, ABC Mart. It's ABC Mart. There's
Wait,
one
I'm
in
gonna write that
Shibuya
down.
that's like the biggest one. Dude, it's dope.
I'm
It's
writing it down
dope.
right now.
But when you go to Japan, it's
ABC Mart.
shoes, technology, jewelry, and food are like the four cheapest things you can buy there, and it's
Perfect.
yeah, it's amazing. So for me, I'm horrible with all
I
of it.
can't
So
wait to go.
I eat everything up.
Jose, I gotta ask you a question, bro.
Yeah.
Glass put
What's
me
up?
on game. So he said the Japanese they fry some really good chicken. Is that true?
No,
Yo, so
Koreans do.
The
They got
Koreans.
Japanese got karage though.
Okay.
no.
Japanese
No.
got
The
karage.
Koreans. You know what's funny is so back in the day, KFC did an ad in Japan when they were trying to expand over there, and I forgot how the ad worked, but pretty much now anytime Christmas comes, it takes about 3 to 4 hours to get KFC on Christmas because that is their Christmas meal. Like us for Thanksgiving. You remember how Popeyes used to sell turkeys on Thanksgiving?
Yes.
It's the same
Oh yeah.
thing, but for Christmas. Just to get a basic bucket of
Mm.
fried chicken, it takes about 3 to 4 hours on Christmas Day, and it's so for them like they have a place called so there's 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Losses. Again, you're gonna see all this
Yep.
stuff. You're gonna get all the food you want there. Even my weight cut food I bought at 7-Eleven. Like I was able to eat clean food,
That's what I
good
heard.
food, chicken,
That's what I heard.
salmon, sushi, everything at
Salmon.
7-Eleven.
Oh
But
wow.
That's what I
dude,
heard.
so they have oh I forgot what it's called, but it's pretty much fried chicken. And I think it's either
Is
at
it
Losses or
karage?
Family Mart. I don't know if it's crying. No. Oh man, it's gonna bother me. But it's basically it's
Yeah,
just
I
like a
think
little
so.
thing of fried chicken. It's like a little chicken breast, and it's quick. It's just one of
Yeah.
those quick to go things. And you're like, it's not gonna satisfy you. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. But it's one of those like 7 out of 10s. Like you know what? This is pretty good. I'm not
Good little
disappointed. How
snack.
much was this?
Good little
Yeah,
snack
you're just
coming
like, you
back
know
from the
what?
bar or
Like
something.
especially like if you go to Shinjuku, Shinjuku's like the party area. That's like a little Vegas in a sense. That's the place like you
I'm gonna
go
be there.
to and just eat whatever. Um, but
Yeah.
it's a cool thing. But no, so with that being said, fried chicken is supposed to be top tier in Japan. Korean fried chicken is supposed to be better. And again, I haven't been to Korea yet, so it's a whole different thing. But I
Yeah.
can tell you
I'm going to
that
both.
anything you have in Japan, the way they respect their livelihood is the way they respect their food. So, like,
Mm.
it's just one of those, like, no matter what you get, you can tell they put all the love and respect into it. So, ramen, udon
Right.
noodles, fried chicken, anything, any sushi. Like, I don't like sushi.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, for me,
Okay.
sushi anywhere in the States is like gas station sushi. I don't care if I go to Nobu or a gas station. To me, sushi is the same thing. Like it is
Yeah.
what it is. You go to Japan, the first time I
Right.
had sushi in Japan, I felt like the food critic from Ratatouille, where he finally had the ratatouille at the end of the movie and he
We
saw his
like.
childhood and he just saw his mother's cooking.
Yeah.
Like that was me. I was like, dude, I don't know what happened, but it just changed my life. And it's amazing. Every place is different. So even if you had
Yeah. I'm
ramen at this
excited now.
place, go somewhere else and the ramen's gonna be very, very different. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I guess
Oh,
I'm gonna
also
stop that when you
glasses.
are.
Glasses are cheap too. You can if you wear like me, I wear glasses.
Okay.
I don't need them, but I like them.
I do too.
Um, I bought. You can get glasses the same day. So you go there, they'll give you a free eye exam, and then you can get glasses for like 30, 40 bucks. Like you literally pick them out. You're like, oh, those, and like these are like
I need a few
maybe
more pairs.
these were maybe like 50 because they're tinted. So when the sun hits it, they turn gray. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is dope, and you
Yeah.
get them the same day.
That's fire. That's fire, bro.
Dude,
I wear
technology,
glasses too,
techno
so yeah. No,
it it's one of those things you're gonna go to Japan and you're gonna be upset that you have to go back home. You know, like you know how people are like, oh, I love the beach, I love Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, all these
yeah.
places. You go to Japan, you're like, why don't we have this? We're supposed to be the best country in
Yeah.
the world. Why don't we have this technology?
Superpower.
Like it's
That's
there's
crazy.
it's so convenient. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
looking forward to it. Have you just been to Tokyo? Have you just fought in Tokyo, or have you been in other places in Japan?
So
Because we're going to a
I've
few
I've
other
been
spots.
I've been to Tokyo. I haven't been to like the other neighborhoods, Osaka, all these different places. But
Yeah, we're going
Tokyo's
to
again. Where are you guys from, by the way?
Cincy, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Ohio. Ohio.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Ohio, or this, all the cities. You go to Cleveland, obviously there's different neighborhoods. For me, Chicago, there's different neighborhoods:
Right.
Garfield Park, Humboldt Park, all these, and it's a big city.
Right.
Tokyo is the
Right.
same way. So there's okay, you're in Tokyo, but what part of Tokyo? Or I'm in Ginza. It's more the business district. I'm in Shinjuku. That's kind of like the party
Yeah.
area. I'm in,
Shibuya.
all these. I'm in Meguro, which is
Shibuya.
more of like a neighborhood style place. So it all depends on where you go,
Yeah.
but it's such a big
Okay.
place, with so many sites to see that are a lot of them are free, and it's just it's cool. It's very touristy, depending on what time you go, and if you're gonna do something that's like, for example, if you want to go to Universal or Disneyland or Disney World over there, you have to reserve that like a month in advance. If not, tickets are sold out. Like it's you can't
Got
just
it.
go up and show up and be like, oh, I want to do this. Like it is. There's some places they're like, if you want ramen noodle, because Japan is so small, like the apartments, um, that even like a
Mhm.
restaurant will fit maybe 20 people, but they're known to have the best ramen in Ginza, so you have 50 people waiting outside just to get in. So it's a process,
That's
Right.
and it's
Right.
fire.
super cheap though. Everything's super cheap. So you're like, wait, whoa, wait, that's it? And you don't tip. Tipping over there is disrespectful. So unless you're taking maybe like an Uber or a Taxi Go, which is their app, then that's about it. Like you don't tip.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they pay
Okay.
everyone. It's
I'm.
not
Yeah.
because they look at it as disrespect. They pay everyone reasonably. So, for example, like I don't.
Yeah. Livable wage.
Well, yeah. Well, for example, like I used to do
They
pizza
pay them
delivery.
a livable wage.
When I did pizza delivery, it was $2 a delivery. So it didn't matter if I was driving 5 miles or 10 miles. The end of our circle, it was still $2 delivery. And if you didn't tip me, I just only made $2. So that was the crazy. Same thing with being a waitress or a waiter. It's like, you might make $5 an hour or $10 an hour, if that, but then you rely on tips, and you
Right.
got
Hmm.
bad tippers, man. Which again, that's a whole. I don't like the whole tipping situation in the U.S. Like you're gonna start at twenty
Capitalism.
percent now.
Capitalism.
You're gonna start at 20% now. Oh man, I'm going back to Mexico.
You get.
Like
You get. They laugh you out with 20%. If they that them buttons start at 23, 25, 27, or 30. Yeah.
They want you to do
dude,
a custom
They
so
triple with
bad, bro.
the.
hear me out. Hear me out. So I got an Uber from here to the airport, which is about 30 minutes. All right. 30 minutes,
Yeah.
no traffic. Let's just say, for the fun of it, it's 10 miles. Okay. And it was maybe $10 here in Mexico. $10.
Yeah.
And their max
It's
tip
cheap
here in
as hell down there.
Mexico is like $1. It's like 20 pesos.
You're right.
It's $1. So I'm like,
I remember that.
yeah, like I'm gonna max tip you even if you were a bad driver. Like you
Right.
deserve this,
Right.
Yeah.
And then,
We was down there taking the Uber Black version of whatever they
oh
like the
yeah,
big ones.
dude,
We was
you
getting the big cars
you
the
feel
whole
like a
time we was
millionaire.
down there going crazy every time. Yeah,
And then
it was fun.
Chicago, I got home in Chicago after my fight, and I go to O'Hare Airport, and luckily, again, I know the train system, bus system, because I used to take it all when I was a kid, that I can
For
take
sure.
a bus and a train home for give or take like $10, right? But I was like,
Right.
you know what? Let me see how much an Uber is. If it's $20, I pay for it. That same exact ride, 10 miles, 30 minutes, was $60 minimum, and I'm like,
Oh my
damn, I
god.
don't miss being home at all. And then so I ended up just taking the bus and the train. It took me an hour and a half instead of a 30-minute,
I feel you.
drive. But I'm like, I'm lugging all my bags. I'm
Hey,
like, I'm cheap as fuck. I don't care.
$60,
I'm with you. I'm the
bro.
same way. I'm the same way.
Plus,
Lord.
that's not
I
even
take the
with
train
tip.
to
That's
the
not
airport
even
now.
with tip.
That's so you
Right.
looking at $70.
Right.
Easy.
Yeah,
Damn.
if that.
And that's if you. Yeah, I'm about to say if you a bad tipper, 70 allegedly a bad tipper. So
Lord.
Well,
so
see here. So here in Mexico, 10% is like the average. Like that's an average
yeah.
thing. No, no, no. Is it? Yes, 10% is the no. Excuse me. 5% to 10% is like the average. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'll give 10%. They're like, oh, dude, thank you. Like I appreciate it. If you get 15%, they're like, you don't want anything else? Like, oh, you want us to shine your shoes? Like, people here appreciate the extra help. But over there in the States, it's again, I know I feel like I'm shitting on the States, but it's like it's just more of like it's so privileged,
I feel you though.
you know? But then
I
I
feel
come
you.
down here and I'm like, you guys don't have this? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, my bad. Like, ghetto for me at least. Like, I didn't grow up. I grew up in a trap house. You know, I wasn't on Section 8 or anything, but I grew up in a trap house. So I had,
Mhm.
in a sense, the Chicago South Side ghetto grow up, childhood. But then you come
Yeah,
here and you're like, oh, you guys don't have shit. Like, this is
for real.
like this is nothing. Like, dude,
It's nuts.
in the States, if you're poor, like there's ways to move around this. Section
You can
eight,
get help.
Yeah,
Medicaid, somebody there to help you,
Yeah.
food stamps, all that stuff.
you can get a
Here,
pretty nice spot being
dude,
on
here,
Section 8
good
too.
luck.
That's
Like you're outside.
yeah,
So that's it. Like
Champy.
you need to
But they
work here.
talk about, oh, their food is so cheap that like even though they don't really have nothing, like I remember when I was there, we was getting tacos for like 50 to a dollar just from the street carts, like 50 cents to
Yeah.
a dollar, pretty much equivalent USD. And they don't really need much. I mean, granted, they don't have much, but you go to the little street carts will take care of you for real for the cheap. But it's crazy
Dude,
the difference in wealth disparity.
you know what's crazy is there was a time earlier this year that I guess egg prices in the States was like ridiculous,
Yes.
Uh huh.
and in on the border of Mexico to the U.S., people were smuggling and being caught for smuggling more eggs to the U.S. than drugs, because that's how expensive
That's
the eggs were
crazy.
in the U.S. and how cheap they were in Mexico. Like, I'm telling, given for sure, there's things here where I'm like, it's the import
Yeah.
fees or tariff fees, whatever the case may be. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
technology, shoes, stuff that are imported from the U.S. brought over here more expensive. But a lot of stuff
Yeah.
here goes to the U.S. So a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, a lot of food in general. So I'm like, that's
Hmm.
why it's so cheap. So I'm like, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. It is nuts. It really is.
Hey,
That's what traveling teaches you what we don't have, I guess. Everyone we get painted as this world superpower, but there's like the give and take. You find out we don't have certain things or we don't do certain things in a certain way, and
and
it's not because we're doing it the right way. It's just different.
and people don't get to see
It's
that shit
different.
all the time either, bro. So it's like you don't know. You have no
Hmm.
idea.
Well, what I tell people, and this is something obviously I had to learn by leaving, was just get out of your bubble. Like,
Yeah.
don't stop trying to look at and be what your neighborhood tells you to be. Like, dude, if that were the case, I'd
Yeah.
be in jail right now. Like, I'd be selling
Absolutely.
drugs. My dad was a goon
Yeah.
as well, so I'd be trying to beat some people up in the street for money. Like, it's a crazy thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can tell you that, man, I've had so many people give me the weirdest advice from the neighborhood. Or, for example, again, I have my foundation, so in a sense, I want to help people as well. So my goal one day is to hopefully use my fighting money to buy or invest in businesses, people in the neighborhood trying to do bigger things. So it's like, hey, man, you want to start up,
Hmm.
a taqueria? You want to start up, a barber shop? Cool, let me help you. And you realize why some people never leave the hood, and you're just like,
Yeah.
damn, you're a good dude, but you never. And it's not their fault. It's just more of like they were never out of that bubble, so that's all
Exposed.
they know.
Exposed to anything.
You
Exposure.
know.
Closed
So
minded,
like you
man.
going to
Yeah.
Japan, dude. Like you go to Japan, everyone's silent. The respect they have for everyone else. Like for example, I mean, I don't know if there's a subway where you're at, but like you go to Chicago, or you see the New York subways. People are dancing. People are
Oh yeah.
loud. People are this. People are that.
Yep. Yep.
None of that in Japan. None of that in Japan.
Yeah.
Like they literally tell you if you're playing music in the train or you're talking too loud, they'll literally go up to you and be like, "Oh," and you're like, oh shit, my bad. Like everyone is like super respectful. Even
Yeah.
my
It's
fights,
respect.
you don't
It's a respect.
you don't hear anything. I can hear my coaches. Like you can talk to me like I'm talking to you, and I'll hear my coaches in the corner. and then when something crazy happens, they're like, oh, So it's a very
Yeah,
very very respectful culture. So it's very different. But then also
yeah,
the rules are different, So like the laws are different. So if you do something in Japan,
very
the
conservative.
consequences are a lot more severe compared to the
Yes,
states. So it's
100%.
it's the give and
Yeah.
take.
Man, look,
That's why I
bro.
try to tell my friends, I'm like, yo, we gotta make sure we on our P's and Q's out there because there's 12 of us going. I'm like, hey, everybody gotta
Oh no, you.
be on
I mean,
your
I don't know if I
on
can.
your
I,
shit.
I don't know if I can swear on here, but I just want to say, you go to 12 people, you already fucked up. It's like
Oh, I know.
you already
Yeah,
messed
we
up,
know.
man.
We know.
That's a
Yep,
lot.
we know. We
I
we are aware. It's just yeah,
I
yeah.
was just gonna tell you, bro. Like, y'all
We're
gotta
gonna
be
figure it out,
careful. Be
but we
careful,
know
man.
it's a we to have some conversations internally. A lot of us like to split off into groups anyway, so it's like the group is 12, but we like to split off in our little. Everyone knows everyone a different level, so it's like you end up splitting off. But it's still we know that we don't did our research on it. It isn't a place for bigger groups at all.
Are you getting a hotel or are you doing Airbnb?
So we have a few Airbnbs. We're only in Tokyo for a few days at the beginning of the trip, and then 5 days at the end of the trip, and then we're going to Osaka, Kyoto, and Okinawa as well.
Damn,
So we're
that's gonna be
moving
a
around a
lot.
little bit with Airbnbs. It is. It's a lot of planning.
Good luck and
A lot
don't
of
walk in the
planning.
house with shoes on. They usually have slippers in front, so just a heads up. And then
I'm
also
gonna tell you,
learn
black
there's
people already know that.
okay.
Black.
There's also an app to use the laundry machines. So like if you don't
Mm,
know, obviously you don't know how to read Japanese for the most part. All the laundry machines are gonna be in Japanese. So there's an app that literally it'll translate in English. I can't remember the app. My coach had it, but like it's a because
I'm
you're
gonna
just
need it.
looking at it, you're like, dang,
what,
like
Yeah.
what the
you don't
hell
know
is
where to
this?
but
I don't
so
know
it's a
nothing but
process, man.
konnichiwa.
Japan's
So I'm cooked.
Yeah, the konnichiwa is hello, and another one
We'll
just
see.
saying thank you is origato gesaimasu. Gesaimasu is like very much, like thank you very much. Origato
Okay.
gesaimasu, and everyone
Oregato
bows.
gozaimasu.
It's very rare they'll shake your hand. It's just bows. The deeper the bow, the more the respect. Most of the
Okay.
time they'll just do this.
I'm trying to get that crazy deep one.
So, also, really, like random fun thing. I don't know if you ever watched Joe Coy and he like makes fun of different Asian accents.
Mm-mm.
He's
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
on like the Japanese accents. Like all the men, "Origato
Hmm.
gozaimasu," like they speak from their diaphragm. Like they're all deep voices for the
Yeah.
most part. All the women, doesn't matter if you're 7 or 70 years old, they all sound like they're seven. Like "Origato gozaimasu," like it's a very like anime type of thing. So it's
Yeah.
dope, and you're gonna see a lot of people
Yeah.
shooting TikToks and stuff. So it's cool.
That's fire. That's fire. Jose, one
I
last
gotta
thing,
make sure
man.
I don't get in trouble, man.
Hey, now one last thing, man. I know we at the 49-minute mark. We don't wanna keep you past your time. I know you got shit to do, but what you got coming up, man? You got any fights planned? Anything we can market and just kind of continue to spread the word and just what I mean, and root for you.
You know, I don't have anything technically planned. Sadly, as you already know, and life throws everything at you, so you just never know. I was
Hmm.
hoping to fight September
For sure.
28th. I thought I won. I didn't get, moved on to the semifinals. But the way the tournament works now is there's five winners to go on to the semifinals. But it's a tournament, so only four can be two and two can fight each other. So the fans are gonna vote which four move up and which fifth guy is gonna be the alternate. So that alternate still
Oh.
technically needs a fight. So they're gonna vote an alternate from the losers bracket, like a wild card, to fight that alternate. So it's like this is the bracket, and this is kind of like the small little one of the two guys. And when these
Yeah.
guys go up to the finals, the winner of this will be the alternate for the finals. And so just in case one of these two
Mm.
guys get hurt or injured, whatever, that guy jumps in. So it's like I still have an opportunity to be in the finals if they vote me back, which I won't find out until August 19th. But for me, man, one of the biggest ways that
Okay.
people can help support, not me in general, because I don't care about me. I get punched in the face for a living. I'll do my thing. But is my foundation, Team Shorty Foundation, my website, teamshorty.com, 100% and I mean this, 100% of the proceeds, I actually lose money. I lose a lot of money. 100% of the proceeds go to my foundation. So if you buy a T-shirt, I have to pay for the T-shirt to be made, and then you just bought the T-shirt. That money goes to the foundation. So we're both donating at the same
Got it.
time. So every time somebody buys something, a hat, a T-shirt, anything I make, a hoodie, which I'll make eventually, 100% proceeds go to help kids, teens, and young adults stay inside the gym and off streets. I sponsor kids or people in general with gear, training camps, fights, anything, man. Just give the different opportunity in life. Because I can tell you, for me, even though let's say I might not be world champion one day again, but the fact is, man, I got to travel the world. I got to see different things. I got to give my best and give it my all because I literally had people trying to help me or give me money and sponsor me. And if it weren't for those people, I wouldn't have had the opportunity. So just imagine me, the things that people can do with my foundation to be able to help give kids a different life. Again, like I talked about, getting out of that bubble. I'm giving kids an opportunity to get out of that bubble and
For
realize
sure.
they can do and be more than what their neighborhood tells them they can be.
Jose, a hell of a
Absolutely. What's
story, man. We
important?
we appreciate chopping
We're
it
gonna
up
make
with
sure
you.
that that foundation is in the link. We're gonna make sure that
Absolutely.
is
Yeah,
in
Team
the
Shorty
review for sure.
Foundation and everything,
So
teamshorty.com. You just go to the shop and go from there, man. I appreciate it. It means a lot, man. Plus, I can show off different artists and all that stuff. It's a fun time, and it's
yeah,
cool, man. The stories I'm able to do with some of these young adults, kids, all that stuff. It is a really really cool thing. Whether they pursue MMA or not, just to be able to say that they had a chance to do it, and even maybe learn from somebody else, like a mentor, stuff like that. It gives them a different opportunity in life because again, martial arts kind of teaches you so much stuff towards like, man, you know what? I might not have the ability to be a world champ, but man, I got the confidence to go pursue other goals that I want to pursue. So, never know.
hmm
Hey, uh,
transferable life skills.
absolutely, absolutely. Hey,
Yeah,
hopefully we gonna get back to it, man. We gonna hopefully get to the drawing board. Maybe invite you back, have some big news
yeah.
to uncover, and just chill, man. Chill and kick it, just like tonight.
I'm
I'm
gonna do
always down
some
for it. If I
campaigning
can, I
for you
will.
over there. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna be over there in a few weeks. I'm gonna do some campaigning. I'm gonna tell them I know you and see if it work out.
Hey, you might see. You know what's crazy? So, one, you might see my sticker around because I post my sticker everywhere. But then two is so like this is one of my
Yeah.
stickers, right? People would see me and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna
Okay.
give you a sticker," and so, they'd come up with a marker, I'd sign it. My sticker. This is how like famous I am in Japan now, dude. They would like drive up, get my sticker, I'd sign it. They're like, "Oh, they got the gozaimasu," and they put this on their eBay. I got my sticker sold on eBay, dude.
That's
Like,
fire. That's
yeah,
fire.
like this
Oh
little
hell
flimsy
yeah!
thing, So I'm just like, I feel like
I'm
Canelo.
gonna definitely say I know you.
It's ridiculous, man.
I'm gonna buy me one, bro. I'm buying
That's
me one.
hey,
Shit,
for sure, for
I'm
sure.
about
So
to buy me
it's a
one.
I wish
dope,
I could get it
it's a
before I go
dope
over
thing.
there.
Nah, man, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you
For
so much for
sure.
the time. Obviously, hit me up. I'm more. If I can, I will. If I can't, obviously, I can. I appreciate you guys. Change up time
We
for me. My
understand.
apologies. I get punched in the head for living. I was in Chicago. Literally, the next day, went to Mexico. I'm like, damn, I'm an hour behind. So
You
You
I
good,
good?
bro?
appreciate y'all doing it.
You
You
good,
good? You
man.
good?
We appreciate you
You're
too,
good.
bro.
I'm in Arizona now, so it's early for me.
Nah, you get it. You get it.
We appreciate you for your time. We appreciate you for your time for sure, and best of luck. We know that fight's coming, and we know you about to keep building that brand out there in Japan. And hey, it's only up from here. It seems like you found. No jinxing, but it seems like you found your market where it's like
Yes,
that's gonna be it.
yes.
Yeah, I was
So
like, the purple hair helps. So
we
we go from
we
there.
rooting for you. Uh
Hey,
I
huh. Uh
appreciate it,
huh.
I'll
guys.
be up at 4
Watch
a.m.
that.
watching you,
That
brother.
you in the next anime for
I
sure.
appreciate it, guys. Please take care of yourselves.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cheers.
And you as well.